What's up guys, it's Dano here and today I'm gonna show you how to play Jinx, so let's go with Dragon's Blade. I will play with Nami support against Soraka, and as you want to start with Q first, and let's get to her skill explanation. So on passive, whenever a champion, tower or inhibitor that Jinx has dealt damage to within the last 3 seconds is killed or destroyed, she gains 175% decaying movement speed and 15% total attack speed for 6 seconds. So with this you are able to kite more effectively. In the teamfights you get bursts of movement speed and attack speed. After taking tower for example, so you can plan it to chase someone down in the moment of taking the objective. You come closer to your enemy and just try to chase with your movement speed. But generally, thanks to that attack speed, you are able to outplay your enemies as you get your bloodline stacks, so you can really heal for so much and that way get more kills and survive. As for her Q, it has 2 forms. The basic form is minigun. Basic attacks grant bonus attack speed for 2.5 seconds. This effect stacks up to 3 times for a total bonus of 30%. And the second one is rocket launcher. You have extended range. Each cast costs mana, and while having the launcher active, you scale 25% less with attack speed. This means that you should be using your minigun in close range to maximize the attack speed and deal more damage per second. Also, in this form, rocket launcher, you are dealing damage to subsequent targets. So this can be used to wave kill faster and especially finish off ranged minions. I recommend playing with something like Nami or Lulu to survive the laning phase, and you should be switching your Q to extend the range and poke a bit, then return to minigun. So you need to practice that. Just remember, always switch to this form in closer range. So extend the range, it looks like this. Now Q. This is W, so it slows, deals physical damage, and the cast time scales with attack speed. So once you get your attack speed items, you can really cast W really smooth. And I recommend casting W right after doing auto attack, especially on your rocket launcher, so it's unexpected for your enemy and you can land it in between your auto attacks, especially if you are running the option with slower attack speed, that is launcher. So just switch like this. The slow is for 30% and it scales with rank of this ability up to 70%. Now the wave got a bit bigger, so I'm using my launcher to take it down. Why is she going so close? You can also try to W right after killing minion like this. This time I didn't hit, but it's worth sometimes and you want to max Q first. Jinx is kind of hyper carry, she needs items. So the poke might not be that great, but once you get your BF sword, which is your first item, then you can really play more aggressively and do something nice. Let's interrupt that. No recalling. The wave is the right spot. Jinx has no escapes, so it's actually good like this. You have to rely on your support and your known abilities. Try to predict enemy Now this is E. Won't be able to finish them off, but as you could see, E is a root. It can root up to 3 enemies from a single cast. And it deals magic damage. So you can do E in that direction when you are predicting your enemy to just escape, or as a follow-up for your support CC like I did. Nami did a good Q, so I followed up with E to keep my enemy in one place for a long amount of time. As you can see, I have biscuits. They are great, really help in poke matchups. Imagine playing against something like Lux and Jhin. This can be really annoying, so biscuits really help, especially if you are not playing with healing support. So BF, some attack speed, let's go. So your E lasts for 5 seconds on the ground and the root is for 1.5 seconds. Also the magic damage applies over 1.5 seconds. Let's keep it like this. Keep in mind that your W collides with anything, so you need to get rid of minions first when trying to. And as for your E, you can use it in defensive way as well. Imagine you are being ganked by jungler, so you cast E in the best spot you can to just prevent enemies from going that side, slowing them down. Now I'm playing more aggressively. As I said, BF sword, your first power spike. So just switch like this. Though Soraka can heal the poke, so I should be focusing her.
That's it, love. Let your guard down.
Okay, maybe my heal wasn't necessary, but it's okay. As you could see, I tried to switch to minigun once I got in the decent range. That's Inferno first, nice. Jinx scales so well with Inferno. And that was ultimate. Oh wait, there's Katarina. Let's zone her like this, slowing her down. We should be able to take. She really messed up. This is a passive, as you can see. We are losing the attack speed effect after we are not doing basic attacks. Infinity Edge first. And let's talk about ultimates. So, Jinx fires a rocket that gains damage over the first second it travels. It explodes on the first enemy champion hit, dealing physical damage plus 25% of targets missing health. And nearby enemies take 80% damage as well. The thing with your ultimate is that if you are about to get heavily crowd controlled, you are still able to finish your animation. So when you are expecting a stun where you are not able to basic attack anyway, you cast ultimate to maximize the damage, constantly do something. And of course it collides with the first enemy hit. If you do it right, then with your ultimate you can steal objectives such as Baron or Dragon. And to do that you need to hit the enemy champion in the right moment, and then the explosion follows, dealing damage to surrounding targets, that way you can still. And I think the most important thing about your ultimate is that you should be casting that as a finisher, since it scales with targets missing health. So the less health your enemy has, the better the damage is. So short trades, and once you put your enemies in low health, just finish them off. Oh, look at the damage. Why is my W forgot that there are minions? But actually he got scared, so by casting W like this, he used his E instantly. With your ultimate you need to be patient, but you should be looking at other parts of the map. Oh, sad. That's really sad. The thing is that if you are really close and still able to do basic attacks, then don't cast your ultimate too early, because your ultimate can be flashed or dodged while basic attacks not. Just to ensure that you can get a kill, keep doing basic attacks from your rocket launcher first. And once you lose that range, then you cast your ultimate. And with your ultimate you should be looking at other parts of the map to use your ultimate, and most of the times you can get fed that way, even if you are not picking up kills on lane. Didn't notice that Soraka has barrier, so that's why it went like this. I think Evelyn can be nearby. The way they are playing. Nice. And Jinx is a great champion to learn kiting. As you can see, just look how fast you can kite with her. Should be constantly moving, and this is the reason why it's not so bad, even though she has no escapes, when you can do such things. And she snowballs really well. Oh, Inferno is up again. This first. Failed. Got killed.
An enemy has been slain.
Let's push that. Can also do Rift now at this point. Next item is Hurricane, and then you can get additional effect on your rocket launcher, because it actually works. and you'll be able to deal 3 rockets to enemies at once. Alright, Timo. You should be focused on objectives since you are so good as Jinx in taking that down, so why not? I know I have a lot of gold, but I'm just using the fact that we are ahead now, so let's put up some more advantage. It's just the pace of the game, the Rift. And yeah, see, we took that down, now I can back. These are your core items. Once you get rapid fire cannon, let's go for that actually, because I'm running bloodlines, I have my lifesteal anyway. Let's push. And look at the damage now.
I almost feel guilty in this.
W right after also, as I said. And you can heal for so much without having lifesteal item, bloodline. I died. Funny.
What's next? Is it shooting? I love shooting.
So in that moment of taking turret you go like this, and that's unexpected. Of course I should be going for objectives, but the game is done anyway, so you know. So that's it guys, hope that you learned something about Jinx, leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.